this broadcast regarding products or the claims made about specific products have not been evaluated by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration. Products and treatments discussed are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent disease. Make your physician aware of all nutritional supplements used and immediately notify your physician if you have any health concern or undiagnosed sign or symptom.
Get ready to get healthy. Get ready to get fit. Get ready to take charge of your health. Get ready to listen, learn, and live healthier, because your health is your wealth. It's time for some information and inspiration. It's time to talk about health and nutrition. Nutrition for your body, for your mind, for your spirit. It's time for Let's Talk Nutrition. Proper exercise, stress relief, eating well, supplementation for when you don't. Let's Talk Nutrition. Scientists, authors, nutrition specialists, personal trainers, holistic healers, experts in traditional, natural, and integrative medicine. Daily prizes and giveaways. Follow Dr. Garko on Twitter at Dr. Garko and on Facebook at facebook.com/Dr. Michael Garko. Now, welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition.
All right, here we are, Friday. Yet another week under the belt. All kinds of programming going on around here for 5 days a week, 2 hours a day. Glad that you're here today. And if you're a regular listener, we appreciate your listenership. If you catch it once in a while, or catch as catch can, we'll take that as well. However, and wherever you may be listening, whatever you may be doing, this is Let's Talk Nutrition. Let me give you the number right out of the box, 877-897-8255. That's a toll-free number, 877-897-TALK. I like to give it frequently to remind you that you're welcome to call this show anytime you want. If you can ask questions or make comments and perhaps share a narrative with what we're talking about, that would be great. If something else is on your mind, that's fine too. It's all good. And today will be the last day where this studio will look like this. You can't see all of it. Perhaps you can see some of the construction that they're doing. And when I get off the air today, they're going to renovate it. So my technical producer for the streaming is going to try to get you a shot of the studio, and you'll see that we're changing it. The way it looks now is not going to look like this. This is all going to go. You'll see. See all this equipment? Yeah. And show them the TV screen. Show them that big screen. And what you see there on that screen is whatever is in the studio is projected up onto that big screen. So this will all change, modernize this, and I'm very grateful. The engineers are terrific. As I mentioned yesterday, those guys can do and fix anything. Yes, sir. And they're doing this on their, they're squeezing it in with all the other things they have to do. They're helping us out here, and I am very grateful. Appreciate it. And I'm great, as I said, I'm grateful you're there too. And Michael Yanni, no relation to the singer, will be along a little bit. And we'll see what's on his mind. I have at least a couple of stories and studies to report on, at least a couple. I could spend, all day here telling you about the stories and studies that are out there. Steven's behind the glass. I have two producers here. One's behind the glass, Steven. He's been with me for 10 years. And then John Gaston, who's on this side of the glass with me. He's not even been with me for 10 months. How many months is that? Let's see, January, well, before January, but January, February, March. Before that, a couple of months. So, yeah, 5 months or so. And you'll hear me talk to them often. I like to talk to you as well. So, again, you can call this studio anytime you want, 877-897-8255. And my email is drgarko, DRGARKO, at letstalknutrition.com. You can always send me an email. Please go to our Facebook page and like the page. We want to increase our likes on that page. And if you like us, I'll like you back. It's important. And we're also on Twitter, and you can go to Twitter, LTN. Yeah. It's all good. Looking at this, if you're watching the show, you can see the Facebook reference. We don't have a Twitter reference there, but it's on. Go to letstalknutrition.com. Yesterday, I'm sending John Gaston, right as I speak to you, I'm sending him he'll put up on the screen what I'm going to be talking about here in a moment. Yesterday, I was talking about this study out of the University of California regarding sugar. And I want to follow up on this because I think one of the biggest, there are a bunch of usual suspects that are roaming around responsible for the obesity epidemic, responsible for this surge in type 2 diabetes, this surge in metabolic syndrome, and all three of these are interconnected. They're related, and they're connected by diet and lifestyle. Imagine that. Turns out that it's much easier to consume calories by drinking them than it is to eat them. And given our, it seems, evolutionary penchant for sweet things and salt, sugar, and fat for that matter, but the salt and the sugar especially in the drinks, has become a nemesis, a nutritional nemesis. There you go, nice alliteration. A nutritional nemesis in our culture. And we're not the only ones. Wherever sugary drinks are imported into other countries and cultures, they get into trouble. It doesn't take long. And then when they start to import the whole menu of the way we eat in the West, including the U.S., things go really sideways with their health. We have a number of documented cases where this is going on as we speak. Some of the ancient cultures, China, the Asian cultures, that have been around for thousands of years and had a way of eating that they were so, of which they were proud and always willing to talk about the way they live and eat. Now, those cultures are starting to experience some of the same non-infectious diseases that we're experiencing. Heart disease, cancer, and other diet and lifestyle-related diseases are starting now to manifest themselves in these cultures. This is an unintended experiment that's going on right before our very eyes. I know everybody's, and me included, as a researcher, get all worked up about, double-blind, placebo-controlled trials. We have an actual experiment that's going on. And the epidemiologists and other researchers who are interested in health, wellness, and well-being, nutrition specifically, are dialing into this as an opportunity. And the smart ones are finding their way into these other cultures and beginning to study them and report and then show how Western way of life is undermining these cultures. And sugary drinks, I know it's only one thing, but I'm telling you that these sugary drinks are, I have talked to more than a few people, some of whom have been my clients. They just did one thing. They stopped drinking sugary drinks and they started to lose weight. Their health improved. That they didn't do it. They didn't change anything else. That was it. And this new study out of the University of California, Davis, in 2 weeks, just in 2 weeks, drinking these sugary beverages boosted the risk factors for heart disease. In 2 weeks. That's how lethal they are. Come back, I'll tell you more. 877-897-8255. And what about when somebody Well, sometimes they're well-intentioned and sometimes they're not. They want to give you advice or they want to correct you, and then they engage in negative feedback. How do you do with that? How do you do with that, Stephen? Do you do well with negative feedback, even if it's delivered kindly and humanely?
I don't know. I mean, positive or negative, as long as I can see the point of what the feedback is, then I'll take it. It might rub me the wrong way, but I'll still take it as long as I can see the point.
All right, I'm going to talk about this because this comes up with diet and lifestyle and people such as myself who work with people to help them change. Negative feedback, how well do you do with it? Let's talk about it.
At Country Life Vitamins, we've been helping people live happy, healthy lives since 1971, and we believe integrity should always be our number one ingredient. We are committed to this belief because you deserve high-quality nutrition, specifically crafted with the highest standards to support your health. Country Life's manufacturing facility is an NSF GMP-registered facility, as well as USDA certified organic, so you can feel good about the products you're taking. Country Life Vitamins is also the first supplement company in the United States to have a complete line of products certified gluten-free. That's over 500 products. Country Life Vitamins' pledge of integrity is based on 5 standards: authenticity, cleanliness, freshness, consistency, and accuracy. Ask for Country Life's top-selling products, such as Coenzyme B Advanced for increased energy or Flex Able for joint health. Country Life Vitamins' commitment to ensure all of our products are pure, wholesome, gluten-free supplements full of natural goodness provides peace of mind with the knowledge you are using a brand you can trust.
Feel tired, lethargic, or irritable? Take solace. You're one of millions of Americans that has trouble falling asleep or staying asleep. In fact, according to a national survey, 54% of adults have trouble sleeping. So what can you do about it? Take Solace. Solace is an all-natural dietary supplement formulated to support healthy sleep and relaxation. Solace can help you fall asleep and stay asleep naturally. Formulated with all-natural ingredients, Solace is non-addictive and won't leave you feeling groggy in the morning. Take Solace an hour before bed and feel the calming effects of this extensively researched sleep and relaxation aid. For more information on Solace, call toll-free 877-533-7066 or visit takesolace.com. That's 877-533-7066 or take SOLUS.com. Look for Solace in your local health and nutrition store. Solace for a good night's rest naturally.
The ever-increasing stress and toxicity we are exposed to from our environment, diets, and lifestyles make internal cleansing a necessary part of a good health regimen. Founded in 1980, Yerba Prima was the first company to launch a whole-body internal cleansing kit. Since that time, they have continued to develop and manufacture a complete range of all-natural, high-quality fiber and internal cleansing products. By using all-natural psyllium fiber and no harmful stimulant laxatives, all Yerba Prima fiber and internal cleansing products can be used over a long period of time to ensure optimal health and regularity. With nearly 30 years dedicated to all-natural cleansing products, it's easy to see why Yerba Prima is a leader in the fiber and cleansing products category. Learn more at yerbaprima.com, YERBAPRIMA.com, or visit your local health retailer. Yerba Prima, pioneer in internal cleansing products.
When you're passionate about your health, that passion leads to the knowledge that exercise and a healthy diet are not always enough. Sometimes you need the extra nutritional boost that only supplements can provide. If you are looking for the leading national brands of vitamins, supplements, health and beauty, weight loss, or sports nutrition products, look no further than Vitamin Discount Center. Voted best independent chain by Vitamin Retailer Magazine, Vitamin Discount Center has been a trusted and valuable nutrition resource to the Tampa Bay area for over 15 years. With daily savings up to 50%, Vitamin Discount Center offers the best prices on the highest quality nutritional supplements. Not only will you find unbeatable value, your visit includes access to a staff educated on the application of products to help equip you with the products and information you need to proactively improve your health. To locate the store nearest you, visit vitamindiscountcenter.com, as well as access to articles on popular health topics, promotions, events, and thousands of products to shop from right at home. Your search for an affordable solution to better health is finally over. Vitamin Discount Center. For life, for less.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Now Foods. Our products work. Garden of Life, empowering extraordinary health. Form Essentials, makers of the sleep aid Solace. Now introducing Zinnia for healthy hair, skin, and nails. Flexin, the joint health experts. Nordic Naturals, pure and great tasting omega oils. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Do you or have you consumed sugary drinks? You know what's interesting about this topic? When you talk to the beverage companies, whomever they may be, you know who they are. Pepsi, Coca-Cola, all these companies. Make no mistake, they have a bunch of researchers that work for them, and they have marketing departments that rival, the science at NASA. They don't just put up posters and say, shop in our stores. I mean, they are scientific about how to do this. But when you talk to them, they'll say, and they do research, and you talk to them, say, we're not contributing to the obesity epidemic. Then you go and you talk to pizza companies. We're not contributing to the obesity epidemic. Then you go down the list of all the fast food manufacturers, and they'll say, we're not contributing to the obesity epidemic. Well, where are all these fat molecules coming from? The ether? Is it in the air, and while we sleep at night, we inhale them, and during the day? What? Nobody wants to take responsibility. So I'm sure that they don't appreciate me going after sugary drinks on the show. But, in all fairness, I think, though, that some of these fast food chains are doing better. They're doing better. But there's a lot of room for improvement. With these sugary drinks, bad news all the way around. This study out of the University of California, Davis, I reported on it yesterday. I'm following up on it today. Beverages sweetened with low, medium, and high amounts, and here's the culprit, high fructose corn syrup. The corn farmers would probably want to, have a word with me too. Those low, medium, and high amounts of fructose corn syrup significantly increase the risk for cardiovascular disease, even when consumed for only 2 weeks by young, healthy men and women. Not mice. This was not a mouse experiment. This involved humans. The consumption of these sugary drinks increased the risk factors for cardiovascular disease, and this is one of the first studies to show this, in a dose-dependent manner. Translation, the more you drink, the greater the risk. And when you're at the movie theaters and you're standing at that, now at the movie theaters you serve yourself these giant beverage machines, and a large drink. I mean, I don't know how many ounces is in that thing. It's huge. I'm surprised people during the show and people are not getting up to have to go to the bathroom for a 2-hour movie. And people consume these drinks, and they would, unbeknownst to them, they think it's even a diet drink. These drinks are lethal. They're lethal. And youngsters that grow up with these particular drinks as part of their nutrition, you try to break them of that habit. They'll eat spinach before they give up their Coke or their Pepsi or their Mountain Dew or whatever they're drinking. I'm not picking on any particular brand. They would rather eat a bowl of spinach than give it up. Why? Because it's almost addictive-like. This is the first study to show that there's a direct dose-dependent relationship between the amount of added sugar in the form of high fructose corn syrup and an increase in specific risk factors for cardiovascular disease. These data reinforce evidence from earlier epidemiological studies showing that the risk of death from cardiovascular disease, the leading cause of death in the United States and around the world, increases as the amount of sugar consumed increases. Something about the body, our biology, the body just does not do well with this high consumption, these high intense sweeteners in the bloodstream. It hates it. This study appeared in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, highly prestigious journal. I'd like to have an article in there myself. Quote, these findings clearly indicate that humans are actively sensitive to the harmful effects of excess dietary sugar over a broad range of consumption levels, close quote, and so said Dr. Kimber Stanhope, the study's lead author and research scientist in the UC Davis School of Veterinary Medicine. Let's go to Lansdale, Pennsylvania. They don't have any sugary drinks in Lansdale, do they, Marlene?
Of course we do. Doctor, I have a question for you.
Sure.
What about wines? I heard that wine has a lot of sugar on it too.
Yeah, wine? Yeah, let me tell you about wine. Wine is... I happen to like wine. I grew up in a Mediterranean-type family. My mother was from Italy, although my father was from Eastern Europe, was Polish, from Poland. But most of our family dinners were Mediterranean, and especially when I was with my grandfather, wine around the house all the time. I like wine. Wine is wonderful. The way I did a story about a week ago on wine and on Pinot Noir specifically, and how is it that the grapes are the grapes? They are what they are. How is it that all these different wines are different in quality? Well, part of it is some of the additives that they're adding. And also, Marlene, alcohol is the sugar that they add, but the alcohol is high in calories. Stay on the line, come back. We'll talk a little bit more about this. Wine, people who say, well, they go to these cocktail parties. I'm not going to eat. I'm just going to drink. You'd be better off to go eat the cookie.
When your alarm goes off, do you jump out of bed with excitement? Or does it take multiple alarms, a few snooze buttons, or a morning caffeine fix to get you going? These habits and daily stress cause a vicious cycle in which sleep becomes increasingly elusive. In fact, 54% of Americans report struggles to fall or stay asleep. For a better night's rest, look no further than Solace, an all-natural dietary supplement that supports healthy sleep and relaxation, so you get the rest you need to wake up clear-eyed, alert, and ready for the day. Solace has given thousands a better night's rest and the power to take back their mornings while enjoying the day ahead of them. Solace is formulated with non-addictive, scientifically proven, all-natural ingredients that support sleep and relaxation, such as melatonin, tryptophan, and 5-HTP. For more information or to order Solace, visit TakeSolace.com. Solace, for healthy sleep naturally.
Over the past 60 years, I have prescribed and been introduced to countless health therapies from around the world. I formulated Medi-C Plus, a natural remedy with high amounts of vitamin C and lysine for maintaining strong bones, cartilage, teeth, and gums, and aiding in collagen formation. Now in my 90s, Medi-C Plus is my insurance for the maintenance of good health. Make Medi-C Plus a part of your daily health routine too.
Available at health food stores and specialty pharmacies.
Looking for the perfect complement to your beauty regimen? Try Form Essentials Zinnia. The finest of its kind, Zinnia offers twice as much biotin as other formulas, which has proven to unlock the vibrancy in even the dullest of hair, skin, and nails. Zinnia breaks through and rejuvenates cells internally, helping you achieve the allure of effortless beauty. Reviving your hair, skin, and nails has never been easier. This essential blend of biotin, alpha-lipoic, and hyaluronic acid, collagen, and vitamin C creates lasting enhancements to your natural good looks. Don't go on wondering, you're worth the results. This combination of ingredients can only be found in Zinnia. Pamper yourself with a proven bit of affordable luxury and start looking your best. Ask for Zinnia by name at your nearest vitamin retailer to begin your journey to restored nails, head-turning hair, and radiant skin today. For more information, visit formessentials.com.
Which means you
Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Renew Life, the Digestive Care Company, Yerba Prima, pioneers in internal cleansing, Greens Plus, superfood for super health, Medi-C Plus for heart health and more, New Chapter, the benefit of nature's wisdom, NeoCell, the true science of collagen. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
In a new study, they found that in just in 2 weeks, in the experiment, people who drank sugary drinks, boosted their risk factor for heart disease significantly. Unbelievable. Welcome back to Let's Talk Nutrition. And these sugary drinks are one of the usual suspects that contribute to metabolic syndrome, type 2 diabetes, and obesity. And I don't care what these beverage companies are saying. They can talk all day long about, no, it's not our fault. We're not. They're partly there. There's a lot of people in the mix here. That whole processed food industry is. They're not exercising social responsibility by taking responsibility. So this study is yet another in a long line of studies to show that if you can wean yourself off these sugary drinks, do it. If you have youngsters, if you can try to get them off of these sugary drinks, do your best sooner rather than later. Turns out that sugar is not only in the sugary drinks, but is also in something that people would consider healthy. That is wine. Marlene and Lansdale, welcome back, Marlene. You were asking about the sugar in wine. Marlene, it turns out, grapes have sugar in them. Clearly, that's why they're sweet. So when they put the grapes in these giant vats, over time, the yeast coating the skins begin to convert the sugar in the juice into alcohol. And that's fine. And in many cultures, for hundreds, if not thousands of years, wine has been considered to be a healthy beverage. In fact, a perfect beverage. An article appeared in the New York Times. This was a couple of years ago and I want to give the writer attribution, Eric Asmoff. And the title of his article was, "If Only the Grapes Were the Whole Story." And he's right. So do you drink wine, Marlene?
Yes.
You drink it every day with your dinner? And
No, not every day. Once in a while. Depends on the occasion.
Okay, so you're probably not drinking enough of it to be of concern. But there are a lot of people. I have wine with my dinner almost every evening. So it's an issue. And I'm mindful of it. I remember when my grandfather made wine, and I helped him do it. We went and bought the grapes. He did it in the cellar. He had a wine cellar. And I helped him do all of it, press the grapes, all of it. That wine tasted significantly different from any other wine I've ever had. And he didn't add some of these chemicals that are now being added to the wine. And by the way, Marlene, they do add sugar to the wine when it's fermenting. Why? Because they want it to ferment longer, which gives it a higher alcohol content. So that's why they're adding the sugar. But that's not the whole story. You got the pesticides, herbicides, and other chemicals that are sprayed on the crops, the grape crops. Those get into the grapes, into the cells of the grapes, in the tissues, and becomes part of the ingredient. Most people don't pay attention to that. And then they begin to add other chemicals to the wine, in the processing of the wine. And some of these chemicals have caused allergic reactions in people. They do alter the taste of the wine. In some people, they can cause severe reactions. Sulfur dioxide, sulfites, preservative number 220. These are things that are put into the wine, And for a lot of people, they inspire allergic reactions. So it's hard to know. Some of these more premium brand wines, where you're paying, even in the grocery store, where you can pay as much as $22, $25 a bottle, compared to some of the wines where you can pay $7, $8 a bottle. There's a difference. Now, is it a difference in terms of, certainly the wines taste better. Clearly, the more expensive wines seem to taste better. They claim they're a better quality. But I don't, there are probably people listening to the show that forgot more about wine than I'll ever know. I don't think, even the cork that they use in trees, they use cork or screw caps. Some people are so fussy, they're saying that the corks are even contaminated with pesticides. So I don't know, because the cork comes from trees. But I don't think you're drinking enough to be of concern if you're just drinking it once in a while. Do you drink sugary beverages?
Sometimes I like the wine with fruity flavor.
Uh-huh.
I like that. But what else makes the difference between red and white?
The grapes. Some grapes are red, some grapes are white. I'm not a fan of white wine. We'll probably have some wine experts out there. If you know a lot about wine, call the show. 877-897-8255. That's not one of my strong suits. Do wines contain, some people claim that wines contain histamines. But I don't think that, some people dispute that. But there are tannins, salicylates, and other compounds some would claim are found in wines. So I don't know all the chemicals that they add. I try to drink premium, good, wine from a good vineyard, but I'm always concerned about. I'm not so concerned about the sugar content as I am about the chemicals that are added. And I suspect one assumes that the cheaper brands maybe they contain more of those chemicals. I don't know if that's actually true. I don't know if that's true or not. But do you struggle with weight, or do you have your weight under control?
No, that's my problem. I'm trying to lose weight, and I haven't lost that weight that I wanted, and I'm doing it by myself, and I need some help. Okay, so when my guest comes on today, Michael Yanni, I'm gonna talk to him about this because the company for whom he works, they have some weight loss products. That'll give me an opportunity to talk about that. But we can talk about weight loss. Are you familiar with the concept of calorie restriction? Do you know what that is? Yes, and to be honest with you, that is very hard to go into the calorie restriction.
It is very hard.
It's very hard. But I follow what you told me the other day. I'm taking the glucose optimizer.
Yeah, good.
And I had the PGX.
Good. Now, how much of that?
I cannot lose weight.
Okay, how much of the? If you can do this, we're going to go into some messages. If you can hold on, we come back. I want to talk to you about that PGX and how you're losing weight. This will set up for the next hour.
Exclusively from Natural Factors.
I'm Dr. Michael Murray. I'm very excited to have the opportunity to talk with you about PGX, a truly revolutionary natural product that works perfectly to help get at the core issues that make weight loss so difficult. PGX is a clinically proven way to help people to achieve their ideal body weight that is safe and natural. PGX leads to a dramatic reduction in the glycemic index of any food or meal. It also ultimately causes the release of compounds that achieve two important goals in weight loss. One, telling your brain that you're satisfied so you eat less, and two, improving the action of the hormone insulin. If you've ever tried to lose weight and failed, it's not your fault. You just need the tremendous support that PGX can provide. For more information on making your weight loss dream a near effortless reality, please go to pgx.com.
Are you able to consume the recommended 6 to 8 servings of fresh fruits and vegetables in a day for optimal health and well-being? Who has time to prepare and eat that many servings? Now there is a way to consume 5 whole servings of fresh fruits and vegetables in an easy-to-mix drink. That's half of your daily recommended servings in one drink. Introducing Greens Plus Wild Berry Burst Powder, made up of 29 enzymatically alive whole foods, along with 7 antioxidant-rich berry extracts in a delicious powder form that you can easily mix into water or your favorite fruit juice. Greens Plus Wild Berry Burst contains sea vegetables, probiotics, organic grasses, and herbal extracts that help to support the immune system, provide increased energy, provide an alkaline pH, and cleanse and detoxify the body. No heat is used in the processing of Greens Plus Wild Berry Burst, so it is enzymatically alive, just like fresh fruits and vegetables. You can find Greens Plus Wild Berry Burst at your local health food store. Ask for it by name.
Coenzyme Q10 is a powerful antioxidant nutrient. It protects against free radical damage, supports heart function, energy production, and immune response. Aging reduces our ability to absorb CoQ10 from our diet, so supplementing with a highly absorbable form of CoQ10 is the first step to ensuring optimal levels in the body. Secondly, typical CoQ10 supplements are in a ubiquinone or non-reduced form. For the body to use that type of CoQ10, it must first convert it to ubiquinol or the reduced form. QH Absorb is Jarrow Formula's highly absorbable and bioavailable CoQ10 supplement. Not only is QH Absorb more absorbable than traditional CoQ10 supplements, but as ubiquinol, it's already in a reduced bioavailable form. Your body can use QH Absorb without having to do any conversion work. Ask specifically for Jarrow Formula's QH Absorb at your favorite vitamin retailer. For more information on QH Absorb, go to jarrow.com. That's JARROW for the best and highly absorbable bioavailable CoQ10 supplements.
Are you waking up each day to the life you have to live or to the life you want to live? Better health shouldn't be left to chance. Smart choices to living longer and stronger include making Kyolic aged garlic extract a part of your daily routine. For years, medical researchers have recommended adding Kyolic to the diet as a powerful tool to enhancing overall heart and immune health. Recent clinical studies at UCLA Medical Center using Kyolic suggest that garlic may slow plaque formation in the arteries and support healthy cholesterol and homocysteine levels. Previous research also shows Kyolic may enhance your immune system defenses. Kyolic is organic, odorless, and the only antioxidant garlic supplement available worldwide. Maintaining a healthier you could extend your life. Your wellness begins with Kyolic aged garlic extract, available everywhere fine nutritional supplements are sold. Visit Kyolic.com, that's KYOLIC.com, or call 1-800-421-2998 for a free sample today.
Are you looking for a product that will aid weight loss both safely and naturally? That will stimulate your metabolism and reduce the absorption of fat from food? Then look no further than Right Way Nutrition. As featured on national daytime health shows, Right Way Nutrition is a premium dietary and nutritional supplement provider who believes the best form of encouragement is results. Right Way Nutrition aims to provide customers with the most superior and effective products available. Right Way Nutrition's 100% pure green coffee bean extract with Svetol does just that. While green coffee bean extract may not be new to the scene, Right Way Nutrition offers a new and improved formula of green coffee bean extract infused with their trademark ingredient Svetol, which is proven to be a vital ingredient for successful weight loss results. Right Way Nutrition provides you with a fast-acting, healthy, effective green coffee bean extract proven to naturally and safely aid weight loss. Your search for the perfect natural weight loss supplement is over. Right Way Nutrition's 100% pure green coffee bean extract with Svetol will help you reach all your weight loss goals.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Canavest, from seed to shelf. Right Way Nutrition. Nutrition the right way. Country Life, a leader and authority in natural health and nutrition. Kyolic, aging makes the finest garlic truly odorless. Jarrow Formulas, superior nutrition and formulation. Natural factors where great health begins. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
We're back. It's Friday. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad it's Friday. And visit letstalknutrition.com. You'll find the shows on demand there, both the audio and the video. Audio is under show schedule. Video is right on the home page. On the phone is Marlene from Lansdale. She called me about a week or so ago, and I asked her to hold on over that past set of messages because I wanted to talk with her. She's been trying to lose weight. It's not so easy, and I thought this was it's always good to take. I always would tell my students when things get abstract, get concrete. And sometimes losing weight can become a very abstract conversation. And people say, yeah, but, and they can't do what you ask them to do because it's difficult. So, Marlene, welcome back. So, Marlene, let me ask you a few questions. If I ask you a question that you don't want to answer, just say, I don't want to answer that. How long have you been trying to lose weight?
Well, I started in January.
Okay, in January. How many pounds do you think you're overweight? 10, 15, 20 or more?
25 pounds.
You're 25 pounds overweight. Next question. How old are you? Roughly.
Okay.
Are you older than 50? Are you older than 50 years of age?
Yes.
Okay. All right. In your family, do you have a history of family members being overweight or obese?
No.
When did you start to gain the 25 pounds? When did this all start? 5 years ago? Last year? 10 years ago? What?
Last year.
Last year. Did anything happen in the past year? Any traumatic event, physical or psychological or emotional in nature, happen during the past year?
No.
No. Are you under a lot of stress?
No.
No. Did you change your diet during the past year?
Well, when I was traveling, I was eating a lot of things, and I keep doing it, and that's what happened.
Okay, so, all right. It seems that when you were traveling, I guess for whatever reason, for personal or business purposes, you started to eat on the road, eating out, and you gained the weight. Now you noticed, since you're you're older than 50, when you were 25, if you did that weight would have probably come off pretty easily. At 50 plus, not so much and not so fast. The weight will not come off. And there's a lot of reasons for that, because at 50 or more, your biology has changed, and hormonally and in other ways. Your whole metabolic system has changed, and it's harder to lose weight. And it's not just one thing. This is what I was getting at. I was asked you a few questions. I was trying to get a sense of your family. I didn't even ask you about your diet yet, but I was trying to get a sense of your family history, a little bit about you, and so on. There are many more. If you were my client, I would have a lot of data I would collect on you before I would even begin to talk with you about what we would do to help you try to lose some weight. Because losing weight is such a complex thing to do. It's not so easy. Many factors involved: diet and lifestyle, genetics, all kinds of things. Now, a week or two ago, you called and I had recommended that you get your blood glucose levels in line. There's a product called Glucose Optimizer that will help with your blood glucose levels and insulin levels. That's fine, but you still have the issue of wanting to lose weight and you're having a hard time. So if I asked you, how much weight do you want to lose? 25 pounds. How much weight would you like to lose in 1 week? What do you think would be a reasonable amount of weight to lose in a week?
Well, I think 4 will be okay, but most of the people tell me that just 1 a week will be safe.
Yeah, 4 pounds a week is hard to do unless you do some very extreme things. My experience with clients is that extreme strategies and tactics work with some people, most people not so much. 1 pound a week, losing 1 pound a week, I consider that a small win, but I think it's a significant win. Do you have any idea how many calories you consume a day? 2,000, 2,500, 3,000? You have any sense of how many?
Let's say 3,000.
Somewhere about 2,500 calories a day? Probably. Okay. Are you very physically active, or do you lead a sedentary life?
No, I walk For an hour, 4 miles every day from Monday to Friday.
Outstanding. Okay, we're in good shape. Now, let's assume that you're consuming 2,500 calories a day. If I were working with you, my goal, and I would help try to see if it would be your goal, if you'll commit to it, for you to have a 500 calorie deficit 7 days a week. In other words, if I could get you to consume less calories or burn, in other words, have less calories consumed at the end of the day or less calories accounted for by 500 at the end of every day, 7 days a week, if you take 7 times 500, that's 3,500 calories a week that you would have not consumed. That would have been a deficit. 3,500 calories is roughly equivalent to about 1 pound. So do you think you could, there's only 3 ways to have that calorie deficit of 500 a day. Eat less, move more, or do both. So if you're consuming 2,500 calories, we want to get you down to 2,000 calories a day. You see where I'm headed with this? So in other words, that's doable. Try to get you to, at the end of each day, have 500 calories less that got into your body or that you burned, either by eating less, moving more, or doing both. Do you think you could do that?
Yes, I believe so.
Okay. So we want to try to help you eat less, and that's where PGX comes in. Have you started to take the PGX?
Yes.
Okay. And how many grams of PGX are you taking before every meal? 2.5 grams?
Well, I just take 1 shake in the afternoon.
Okay.
For my dinner. And when my dinner comes, I feel a little, I don't want to eat.
Yeah, you're full. Yeah. So we got to beside the shake, which I think you should use as a meal replacement, if we could get you to take the granules or the capsules before every meal, every time you ate, like 2.5 grams with at least 8 ounces of water, like before breakfast, before lunch, before dinner, and then work it up to 5 grams. If we could get you up to 15 grams a day, maybe you wouldn't need that much, maybe 10 grams a day, you would even eat less. Then, if you hang on, at the top of the hour, I'll continue my narrative with you.
this broadcast regarding products or the claims made about specific products have not been evaluated by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration. Products and treatments discussed are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent disease. Make your physician aware of all nutritional supplements used and immediately notify your physician if you have any health concern or undiagnosed sign or symptom.
Get ready to get healthy. Get ready to get fit. Get ready to take charge of your health. Get ready to listen, learn, and live healthier because your health is your wealth. It's time for some information and inspiration. It's time to talk about health and nutrition. Nutrition for your body, for your mind, for your spirit. It's time for Let's Talk Nutrition. Proper exercise, stress relief, eating well, supplementation for when you don't. Let's Talk Nutrition. Scientists, authors, nutrition specialists, personal trainers, holistic healers, experts in traditional, natural, and integrative medicine. Daily prizes and giveaways. Follow Dr. Garko on Twitter at Dr. Garko and on Facebook at facebook.com/Dr. Michael Garko. Now, welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition.
And we're back, and welcome to this portion of the show. If you just tuned in, whether you're listening or watching, wherever and however you may be listening or watching, you are dialed into Let's Talk Nutrition. Thanks for stopping by. And I've had Marlene from Lansdale on the phone now for like 2 segments. Why? Because it's a wonderful way to talk about weight loss in a very specific, concrete, real-life way. And this was all set up, inspired. Her call was inspired by a story I was reporting on out of University of California, Davis, a study that was done there by the researchers. And in just 2 weeks of drinking sugary drinks in this experiment, they found that it boosted the risk factors for heart disease. And it's dose dependent. In other words, the more they gave them to drink, low, medium, or high doses, the more they drank of the high fructose corn syrup beverages, the greater the risk. So it's dose dependent. And it happened in just 2 weeks. And so this business of losing weight, summertime is here pretty much, at least in Florida. And people this time of year, picnics, vacations, weddings, going to the beach, whatever, get inspired to lose weight. And it's a good thing. The problem is sometimes they go about it in a way that ends up doing more harm than good, even though they may lose the weight short term. There are some extreme ways to do this. You can do it with medications where you're down to 500 calories a day, between 500 and 700. Some doctors have their patients on 500 calories a day. You talk about calorie restriction. That's calorie restriction taken to the extreme, and you will lose weight. And usually, I don't care. You can eat anything you want. If you're eating 500, it can be 500 of anything. If it's 500 calories, it's 500 calories. You're going to lose weight. Calorie restriction is the key. The question is, how do you practice that? Well, you're going to have to do portion control. When I work with a client, typically, initially, I don't have them change anything that they're eating. I say, continue to eat what you're eating. We're going to eat less of it to start off with. That's how I started, typically. Now, there are exceptions to the rule because I find that you cannot go in and do wholesale changes to their diet and lifestyle and, move all the furniture around, paint the walls, put on a new roof, pour a new dry. No, you can't do that. They'll fail. In other words, you got to keep it simple, look for small wins. Let's go back to Marlene. Okay, Marlene, so you bought the PGX.
Yes. And
you're taking the Satisfast drink or that PGX protein drink with 2.5 grams in each serving of PGX, right?
Yes.
Okay, and you find that does quell your appetite. You want to eat less after you drink that, correct?
Yes.
All right, so typically what people do is they drink that drink and they use that as a meal replacement. They don't eat anything after that. They just drink the shake and that's it. Now, if you want to use the PGX in even a bigger way, in a bigger strategic way, you start to take the PGX before every meal. You can do that in at least one of 2 ways. One with the granules or 2 with the gel caps. Now, I think the granules are easy. They come in even little packets of 2.5 grams. You can put them in your pocketbook, even in your pocket. Take them with you. And you mix it in water. You have to drink it down right away. At least 8 ounces of water. With PGX, you have to drink a lot of water because it's soluble fiber. That's all it is. And I would recommend starting off with just 2.5 grams before a meal. If you can work up to 5 grams before a meal, that would be great. It may not be necessary. You may find that 2.5 grams before a meal will quell your appetite. You will eat less. In other words, this is a way to practice portion control. Because remember what I said to you. All I would ask you to do is have a calorie deficit of 500 a day, 500 calories, by eating less, moving more, or doing both. And you'll lose at least a pound a week if you can do that.
Okay. But can I say something to you? For example, my breakfast is a bowl of fruits.
Okay. I would recommend that. I think is that it? Just a bowl of fruit?
And I add a little bit of cheese.
Okay. I would change that. You should have protein. I would recommend protein with every meal. Your breakfast in the morning, you should have some protein. You would be better off to have a protein shake or some protein, a couple of, maybe a couple of an egg or a couple of eggs or tuna fish or something, and a little bit of fruit. But you should have protein. You could even do a PGX shake or that whatever product you have from Natural Factors and make that your breakfast. But that fruit is all sugar. There's fiber in it, but there's no protein to speak of. And protein will also help quell your diet. So I would move to get more protein into your breakfast and limit the calories. Let's see, if you are on 2,500 calories a day, we want a 500 calorie deficit. So you have to do the math. I don't know how many times a day you're eating. So you're going to have at least 150 calorie reduction at each serving of food throughout the day to get to 500, plus whatever you're walking, I'm going to assume is going to burn a couple of hundred calories. So that should get you to 500. So I would have some protein. What do you have for lunch?
Because I'm full, I don't eat that much for lunch. And I then take my shake and then my dinner. Okay, so you don't eat anything in the afternoon? No. Sometimes I have like a little bit of almonds or whatever I have.
That's good. No, that's good. So what time do you eat your dinner?
Around 6:30.
Okay. And I don't know how you're consuming 2,500 calories. If you're only eating a little bowl of fruit in the morning, nothing for lunch and your dinner, you must have a dinner plate that looks the size of a 1955 Buick hubcap filled with food. I mean, you can't be eating 2,500 calories a day.
But that's my problem. I cannot lose weight. So
the calories the calorie you can't lose weight. Well, it's coming from somewhere. Those calories are coming from somewhere, and I'm assuming what you told me is accurate about what you're consuming. You're not eating 2,500 calories unless that meal that you're. What do you eat for dinner? What do you have for dinner typically?
Well, sometimes I like to eat plantain, fried plantain.
No, ditch the fried plantains. Forget about them. Ditch them. No, get rid of them. You don't need to eat anything fried right now. Go ahead. What else do you eat?
And sometimes I like to have my big steak.
Okay. Red meat?
Yes.
How many days a week are you eating red meat?
Once a week.
All right. What else do you eat for dinner? What other nights do you eat? Fish? What else?
I eat fish and I like to eat beans.
Okay. So, look here.
And avocados.
Okay. Avocados is fine.
And I love feta cheese also.
All right. Little feta cheese won't hurt. But you're going to have to figure out, for each meal, you need to have protein. All right? You should be eating protein with every meal. Do you eat a lot of bread?
No.
Okay, so you're not eating bread. You're eating cookies, crackers, cakes, chips, and cola?
No, I avoid all the kinds of carbohydrates that are not good.
Okay, then you should be losing weight. You should be losing weight. There's no reason why you're not losing weight. This is biology. If you're not, and there's no way in hell you're consuming 2,500 calories a day unless you're not telling me everything.
I'm telling you this.
Exactly.
When
So
I went and have my cyto test done.
Okay, well,
And it shows that my thyroid is not working
your
properly.
thyroid. Okay, now we're getting to somewhere. Have you gone to the doctor to talk about your thyroid?
I'm taking some medicine right now for the thyroid.
Okay, that's the issue. So it had to be something I knew, because it's not the amount of food that you're eating. It may be the type of food, but now we're on to something. I should have a guest calling in. I'm going to probably have to end it. We're going to have to go find this guest. But if he doesn't call in, then I'll continue with you.
Is your fish oil wildly pure? New Chapter is proud to offer a whole food approach to fish oil, Whole Mega. Naturally pure 100% wild-caught salmon comes from the pristine waters of Alaska. Like extra virgin olive oil, the fresh-caught salmon for Whole Mega is pressed immediately after harvest. And that's all that's needed to deliver wild Alaskan salmon's whole complement of vital omega fatty acids. These omegas support your heart health. One serving of Whole Mega per day, 2 grams, has been clinically shown to help retain healthy triglyceride levels and to improve the omega-3 index, a studied marker of heart health. And did you know experts recommend consuming 2 to 3 servings of fish per week? So 1 week of Whole Mega delivers the omegas of 3 servings of wild Alaskan salmon. Discover the New Chapter difference, wildly pure Whole Mega. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Available at your local Fine Health food store.
Still looking for your fountain of youth? It's Xenia. Look no further than the beauty aisle of your favorite health and nutrition store. Xenia is the newest product from Form Essentials, the brand that brought you solace. So you know it's filled with the highest quality ingredients. Many cosmetic products only treat topically, while Xenia addresses aging and hair loss from within. Formulated to support the growth of radiant hair, skin, and nails, Xenia is sure to help you turn back the hands of time and assist you in aging gracefully. Xenia provides a spectrum of key vitamins and other evidence-based natural ingredients such as alpha-lipoic acid, biotin, collagen, and elastin peptides, all combined in one capsule for your convenience. By promoting beauty from the inside out, you are strengthening your cells and creating a lasting enhancement to your natural beauty. Xenia fits into your daily routine and can be taken to boost your current cosmetic products. Available now at leading health and nutrition stores. Ask for Xenia by name. Start taking Xenia hair, skin, and nails today and get ready to look amazing.
When you're passionate about your health, that passion leads to the knowledge that exercise and a healthy diet are not always enough. Sometimes you need the extra nutritional boost that only supplements can provide. If you are looking for the leading national brands of vitamins, supplements, health and beauty, weight loss, or sports nutrition products, look no further than Vitamin Discount Center. Voted best independent chain by Vitamin Retailer Magazine, Vitamin Discount Center has been a trusted and valuable nutrition resource to the Tampa Bay area for over 15 years. With daily savings up to 50%, Vitamin Discount Center offers the best prices on the highest quality nutritional supplements. Not only will you find unbeatable value, your visit includes access to a staff educated on the application of products to help equip you with the products and information you need to proactively improve your health. To locate the store nearest you, visit vitamindiscountcenter.com, as well as access to articles on popular health topics, promotions, events, and thousands of products to shop from right at home. Your search for an affordable solution to better health is finally over. Vitamin Discount Center. For life, for less. Medi-C Plus. The C in Medi-C Plus stands for vitamin C, and the plus stands for lysine. Did you know vitamin C is arguably the most important water-soluble antioxidant in the human body? Or that we cannot produce vitamin C on our own like animals do? We need Medi-C Plus to meet our daily needs. Medi-C Plus provides the body with a high concentration of vitamin C and lysine, which work together to build collagen for optimal heart health. Dr. Gifford Jones, graduate of the Harvard Medical School, developed Medi-C Plus after his own heart attack 16 years ago. With the help of Medi-C Plus, Dr. Gifford Jones is now a healthy 91 years old. But Medi-C Plus is not just for heart health. Medi-C Plus also benefits your immune system, vision, promotes healthy skin, provides support for healthy teeth and gums, healthy joints, and much more. So make Medi-C Plus part of your daily routine and enjoy healthy living. Medi-C Plus at your local Vitamin Discount Center and all fine health food stores. You can also order online at mymedi-c.com or call toll free at 1-844-871-0069.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Now Foods. Our products work. Garden of Life, empowering extraordinary health. Form Essentials, makers of the sleep aid Solace. Now introducing Zinnia for healthy hair, skin, and nails. Flexin, the joint health experts. Nordic Naturals, pure and great tasting omega oils. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Welcome back. Welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition. So you see this business of weight loss, you see how complicated it can get? And I'm just having this on-air, spontaneous conversation with a caller, with a listener. And I've walked her through a number of questions, talking about her diet, family background, this and that. Next thing I know, I find out, bingo, I determined there's no way she's consuming 2,500 calories a day, given what she told me she's eating. But she's having a hard time losing the weight. Biology would say, if you're not consuming a lot of calories and you're walking every day, she should be losing weight. Then I find out she has a thyroid issue. So, Marlene, welcome back. Have you been diagnosed with hypothyroidism?
Yes.
Okay. Are you on medication?
Yes.
Okay. When were you diagnosed with hypothyroidism?
2 months ago, 3 months ago, I'm not sure.
Okay, good enough. So now we know. Now, that being said, the medication should help stabilize it. Most of the weight gain attributable to the thyroid underperforming is an excess accumulation of salt and water in large measure. That will happen. Typically, a massive weight gain, is not necessarily a function of hypothyroidism. You can gain somewhere between 5 and 10 pounds that could be attributable to the thyroid, somewhere in there, somewhere along those lines, depending on how severe the hypothyroidism is. Now, if you're under doctor's care, he's got you on medication, he's trying to stabilize it. So therefore, with making your diet and lifestyle changes, you should still be able to lose the weight. Okay? Now, your hypothyroidism is going to, having an underactive thyroid is not going to make matters easy, but it's not impossible. Okay? Now, it's hard. This is hard to do. Now, we want to have that calorie deficit of 500 a day. And I still would stick with that with you. And I would start to stay away, if you can, from fried foods. I would start to have more protein. And that breakfast that you told me about, just having fruit, I would move to more of a protein-based breakfast. And then at my lunch, I would probably do that PGX shake. Then I would have a little something in the afternoon, maybe a PGX bar, and then you're going to have your dinner. In fact, you may not be even eating enough, but I wouldn't want to mess with that too much right now, and you should be able to lose the weight. And before your dinner, I would take 2.5 grams of the PGX with 8 ounces of water about 15, 20 minutes before you eat your dinner at 6 o'clock. No eating after 8. Because you're probably not going to be moving after 8 o'clock, and you're not going to burn those calories. So I would try that. And you should be able to lose the weight, in my opinion.
Okay.
And a pound a week, you should be able to lose a pound a week. Now, are you weighing yourself every morning?
No, I don't weigh it anymore. I'm so disgusting with myself.
All right. So this is what I would do. As much as you don't like to do it, every morning I'd get up, I would weigh myself and remember how much and keep a record of it. And at the end of the week, you should weigh a pound less than when you did at the beginning of the week. And if you don't, then we have to figure out what's going on here. You should be able to lose the weight. You're not eating all that much, and it doesn't sound like you're eating terribly horrible food, unhealthy food. But you don't need to be eating any fried plantains, I can tell you that. Stay away from the fried plantains. Anything fried, stay away from it. Bake it, shake it, do whatever else you want to do with the food, but don't fry it, okay? And the portion control. The PGX should help. With the medication, has that helped stabilize your thyroid? You're not sure?
I'm not sure because I'm not losing weight at all. And that's what I get frustrated because I walk for an hour, 4 miles.
You should be losing.
I don't see it that it's working and I get so frustrated.
I know you're frustrated, and it's very, you're not the only one. That's why I've spent time talking with you, because there's more than one person listening that's sitting there listening or watching this show and having the same kind of experience. It may not be due to a hypothyroid issue, but it could be some other issue. They're trying everything they can, and they can't lose the weight. But I would suggest that if you try to do some of just a couple of things that I suggested here, more protein with each meal, at breakfast, that morning, that first thing in the morning, the fruit is fine, but you need some protein. You need to be eating protein with every single meal. Okay?
Okay.
And I would try the granules, the PGX granules. It comes in a little packet, or it comes in a tub. They have them in packets. It's 2.5 grams. Put it in water. You have to drink it down right away with 8 ounces of water. And if you can drink more water, that's better yet. About 15, 20 minutes before your meal.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
And call me in 10 days, and let's see if you've lost any, or 2 weeks, and let's see if you've lost 2 pounds. You should be able to lose 1 pound a week, Marlene.
I will.
I know you will. All right. Take care of yourself.
Thank you very, very much.
It's my pleasure. All right. I spent time. I typically won't do that on this show because it can annoy other people, other listeners, because it doesn't relate to them. But this business of weight loss, you see how it can get complicated. And it took me a while to figure out that she had a hypothyroid issue. I would have figured that out when, on an intake questionnaire I would have given her as a client, I would have asked about medical conditions. I would have saw right away, hypothyroid. Bingo, all kinds of signals come off. You know you got an issue here. And when you have an underactive thyroid, weight gain, you're going to gain weight. And it's harder to lose the weight, but the medication should help stabilize it, and it's not impossible. You even have to work harder, but it can be done. We're looking for my guest. I don't know. Is he on the run? Is he evading the authorities? Maybe he is. Michael Yanni. What happened to Michael Yanni? Come back. We have a lot to talk about.
Looking for the perfect complement to your beauty regimen? Try Form Essentials Zinnia. The finest of its kind, Zinnia offers twice as much biotin as other formulas, which has proven to unlock the vibrancy in even the dullest of hair, skin, and nails. Zinnia breaks through and rejuvenates cells internally, helping you achieve the allure of effortless beauty. Reviving your hair, skin, and nails has never been easier. This essential blend of biotin, alpha-lipoic, and hyaluronic acid, collagen, and vitamin C creates lasting enhancements to your natural good looks. Don't go on wondering. You're worth the results. This combination of ingredients can only be found in Zinnia. Pamper yourself with a proven bit of affordable luxury and start looking your best. Ask for Zinnia by name at your nearest vitamin retailer to begin your journey to restored nails, head-turning hair, and radiant skin today. For more information, visit formessentials.com.
Over the past 60 years, I have prescribed and been introduced to countless health therapies from around the world. I formulated Medici Plus, a natural remedy with high amounts of vitamin C and lysine for maintaining strong bones, cartilage, teeth, and gums, and aiding in collagen formation. Now in my 90s, Medici Plus is my insurance for the maintenance of good health. Make Medici Plus a part of your daily health routine too.
Available at health food stores and specialty pharmacies.
When your alarm goes off, do you jump out of bed with excitement? Or does it take multiple alarms, a few snooze buttons, or a morning caffeine fix to get you going? These habits and daily stress cause a vicious cycle in which sleep becomes increasingly elusive. In fact, 54% of Americans report struggles to fall or stay asleep. For a better night's rest, look no further than Solace, an all-natural dietary supplement that supports healthy sleep and relaxation, so you get the rest you need to wake up clear-eyed, alert, and ready for the day. Solace has given thousands a better night's rest and the power to take back their mornings while enjoying the day ahead of them. Solace is formulated with non-addictive, scientifically proven, all-natural ingredients that support sleep and relaxation, such as melatonin, tryptophan, and 5-HTP. For more information or to order Solace, visit takesolace.com. Solace for healthy sleep naturally.
The Gulf
Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Renew Life, the Digestive Care Company, Yerba Prima, pioneers in internal cleansing, Greens Plus, superfood for super health, Medi-C Plus, for heart health and more, New Chapter, the benefit of nature's wisdom, NeoCell, the true science of collagen. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Earlier this week, I reported on 10 doctors who wrote a letter disavowing or criticizing Dr. Oz, Dr. Mehmet Oz. I'm sure there's not one person listening who does not know who Dr. Oz is. I somewhat defended Dr. Oz. I thought that the letter was pretty strident, pretty hyperbolic, and perhaps unfair. Well, I had reported at the time he was going to address this on his TV show. Apparently he did. And I understand what one of my producers said. He came out guns blazing. He vigorously defended it. Maybe some of you saw it on TV when he did it. But Dr. Oz vigorously defended the medical advice that he shares with his viewing audience this past Thursday, yesterday. And who called these against the physicians, these 10 physicians who signed this letter, who called his faculty position at Columbia University unacceptable. There's an article in the New York Times today by Sydney Ember, April 23rd, yesterday, by Sydney Ember, giving her attribution. And Dr. Oz, the reporter, comments in her reporting of it, her article, that during an episode of his syndicated, during an episode of his syndicated daytime talk program, quote, The Dr. Oz Show, end quote, was broadcast on Thursday, Dr. Oz said his critics were attacking his freedom of speech. He went a little further, too. He said, quote, I vow to you right here and now, we will not be silenced, close quote. Dr. Oz, who is the vice chairperson of Columbia's surgery department, Dr. Oz is a serious physician here now. And he's one of the most published physicians around. This guy's always writing, and he's a surgeon. I like him. I don't care. You know, I know he's been under attack lately, but I think he's done a great deal to educate the consumer. Excuse me. And he defended the advice that he gives on the show. And here's a quote. Quote, my life's work has been built around one simple message. You have a right and a responsibility, he said, to become a world expert on your own body. And the way you do that is by having access to the best, most current information, multiple points of view, and diverse opinions, close quote. I agree with him. Dr. Oz said bluntly that he never, and I put that in quotes, never promotes treatments or cures for his own financial gain. He doesn't need to. He's got more money than he has sense. He doesn't need to be pimping products. He doesn't have to do that. And if his producers got him into some trouble by letting him or making him or whatever, suggesting to him to use certain language about certain supplements that were, you know, I probably would have told him not to. Dr. Oz went further, I said, because he attacked the credibility of one of the doctors who criticized him. And the doctor is Dr. Henry I. Miller. Remember I said the other day, I said some of this is professional jealousy and personal agendas. I said that. Turns out, who's Dr. Henry I. Miller? He's a fellow in scientific philosophy and public policy at the Hoover Institution, which is part of Stanford University. And he sent the email, and he has supported genetically modified foods. Dr. Oz has never thrown him under the bus. He just reports on them and tells people that they should be aware of them. Turns out that Dr. Miller has a vested interest in genetically modified foods. In an email statement, Dr. Miller said, quote, "My interest was and solely is to protect the academic respectability of a prominent medical institution." Right. He really cares about Columbia. He's at Stanford. Dr. Oz's record speaks for itself, and there is plenty of data which suggests that his medical judgment is questionable, end quote. You know, that's outrageous. His medical judgment. What are you talking about, Dr. Miller? His medical judgment? Please. Dr. Oz devoted about a half hour of the 1 hour show addressing this issue. Then he wrote an opinion on an opinion article, and you can find it at time.com. That opinion article, he said, "I started my show to give TV audiences advice on how to find a good life, not to practice medicine on air." And I don't think he's practiced medicine on air. This means celebrating them wherever they are in search for their health and offering tools to nudge them along in the right direction. I try to do the same thing on this show. In the same hour-long show, a board-certified doctor will discuss cancer, followed by a celebrity sharing their personal weight loss story and concluding with an audience member learning to manage their money better. I don't expect all of my colleagues to understand this marriage between conventional medicine and the broader definition of wellness that the show pursues. I expect and respect the criticism of colleagues who struggle with my approach, and I try to improve the show accordingly. Close quote. And I said this to one of my own personal physicians on Wednesday of this week, or on the day I reported it. I said, I think that the allopathic community, traditional medicine community, gets a little paranoid and a little sensitive when you have traditional doctors such as Dr. Oz, who is well published and is I understand to be a fabulous doctor and a great surgeon. When they move outside the confines of traditional medicine and start to try to reach the general public in a way that sort of seems out of the mainstream. And I can't help but think that there's some professional jealousy here. He continues in his letter, "But I was surprised by a brazen note as I entered the operating room at New York Presbyterian Columbia University this week." He continues, "A small group of physicians unknown to me were asking my dean to revoke my faculty position for manifesting, quote, an egregious lack of integrity by promoting quack treatments and cures in the interest of personal financial gain," end quote. If those doctors can prove, they have to provide the evidence that he did that and show the bank records. How did he do it? How much money did he make? Do you have some canceled checks? Do you have some emails? What evidence do you have that he made a bunch of money other than the salary he gleans from the show? Was there kickbacks? What are you inferring? What are you trying to say? How was the financial gain made? Are you just saying because he draws the salary from doing the show? Is that it? Continue with this letter when we come back. This is worth talking about because it gets at the heart of the matter why people are disconnected from doctors.
As a family-owned company since 1968, Now Foods has spent the last 46 years building a legacy in the natural health industry as a trusted leader. Now provides a comprehensive approach to wellness by offering more than 1,400 high-quality health foods, supplements, sports nutrition, and personal care products at an affordable price. Now believes that natural is better. They don't use artificial colors, flavors, or sweeteners, and they offer many vegetarian, organic, and gluten-free products. Their foods are all non-GMO. Since their beginning, Now has grown to become an award-winning leader in the natural health industry. But one thing has never changed: their commitment to providing the highest quality products at the best value to empower people to lead healthier lives. High quality doesn't have to mean high price. From essential oils to amino acids, multivitamins to natural sweeteners, Now has you covered. To find a store near you that carries Now products, or for more information, visit nowfoods.com. That's nowfoods.com.
At Canavest, we believe that the future of hemp is unlimited, and through innovative and responsible application and science, we will enhance the prosperity and well-being of our customers, employees, and communities. As pioneers, our long-term goal at Canavest is to locate hemp seed processing mills near to our future family of hemp farmers. These local factories will convert hemp seed into nutritious oil, protein powders, bread flour, and hemp meal. Canavest supports local efforts and believes that sustainability starts locally. Canavest was named one of the Nutritional Outlook's Best of 2014, and we are committed to pioneering the hemp revolution as the world's leading producer of quality hemp-derived CBD products. Resistance to change is in great part the result of trying to do today's job with yesterday's tools and with yesterday's concepts. The hemp revolution is here, and it's up to all of us to change perception and to impact policy. Will you join us in this movement? Learn more about the education and science behind Canavest at canavest.com.
Hi, I'm Kate. When I asked my health food store to recommend a natural solution to improve my digestive health, they suggested their best-selling probiotic, Ultimate Flora Critical Care. It has 50 billion live probiotic cultures in every capsule. I was surprised to learn that a poor diet, aging, and even stress can deplete our bodies of billions of good bacteria. That's why I take one Ultimate Flora Critical Care probiotic a day to help maintain my digestive balance, support my immune health, and help keep me regular. And my mother takes Ultimate Flora Senior Formula. It's formulated to help adults 50 and older maintain good digestive health too. It's the Ultimate Flora difference that sold me. Each high-potency, once-daily formula includes strains that are scientifically studied for their specific health benefits. Plus, the delayed-release capsules protect the probiotics from harsh stomach acid. Ultimate Flora probiotics are available at health food stores everywhere. From Renew Life, the digestive care experts.
Feel tired, lethargic, or irritable? Take solace. You're one of millions of Americans that has trouble falling asleep or staying asleep. In fact, according to a national survey, 54% of adults have trouble sleeping. So what can you do about it? Take Solace. Solace is an all-natural dietary supplement formulated to support healthy sleep and relaxation. Solace can help you fall asleep and stay asleep naturally. Formulated with all-natural ingredients, Solace is non-addictive and won't leave you feeling groggy in the morning. Take Solace an hour before bed and feel the calming effects of this extensively researched sleep and relaxation aid. For more information on Solace, call toll-free 877-533-7066 or visit takesolace.com. That's 877-533-7066 or take SOLUS.com. Look for Solace in your local health and nutrition store. Solace for a good night's rest naturally.
Is your skin showing signs of aging? Do you want hair with more body and stronger nails? Add NeoCell's Super Collagen Plus C to your daily routine to help you regain your youthful, vibrant appearance. Collagen is the body's key structural protein, and it is critical to the elasticity and strength of connective tissues like skin, ligaments, and tendons. Recent clinical studies suggest that supplementing with collagen may reduce wrinkles and increase the firmness of your skin, improve the thickness of your hair, and strengthen your nails. Previously, medical studies also show a wide range of benefits from collagen supplements that may help with your joint pain, bone strength, and exercise recovery. NeoCell's Super Collagen Plus C provides 100% pure collagen that's hydrolyzed for maximum absorption. Results are felt and seen within weeks. Super Collagen Plus C promotes a healthy body by providing specialized nutritional support to help fight the effects of aging. NeoCell's Super Collagen Plus C products are available everywhere fine nutritional supplements are sold.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Canavest, from seed to shelf. Right Way Nutrition. Nutrition the right way. Country Life, a leader and authority in natural health and nutrition. Kyolic, aging makes the finest garlic truly odorless. Jarrow Formulas, superior nutrition and formulation. Natural Factors, where great health begins. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
I'll get back to Dr. Oz's letter addressing his critics, wanting him removed from Columbia University, please. But first, the LTN health question of the day. I was reporting on a study in which they took a look at sugary drinks, and the beverages were sweetened with low, medium, and high amounts of fructose corn syrup, And it showed that it significantly increased the risk factors for cardiovascular disease. Here's the question. In what period of time did it manifest itself, that finding that the high fructose corn syrup in low, medium, or high amounts was increasing the risk for cardiovascular disease? Did that happen in a 2-week period, a 4-week period, or a 6-week period? 2 weeks, 4 weeks, or 6 weeks? How long did it take for the consumption of sugary drinks to boost the risk factors for heart disease? 2 weeks, 4 weeks, or 6 weeks in the experiment? It was dose dependent. In other words, the more they drank of the sugary drinks, the greater the risk factor. Was it within 2 weeks, 4 weeks, or 6 weeks? 877-897-8255, 877-897-TALK. Right answer, $25 gift card. I'm not an apologist for Dr. Oz. I've never met Dr. Oz. I don't know Dr. Oz. But let me make this point. Most people, he has a 1 million+ audience. I dare say, probably a great majority, if not many, at least many, I don't know how many, of the people watching him, that's probably the most interaction or the most they ever learn from a physician ever. Because their doctors don't have time to spend with them. And moreover, why do you think he has such a large audience? Yes, it's a well-produced show. Yes, he's handsome. Yes, he's smart. Yes, he's very good. But beyond that, we've had a lot of handsome, smart people, good-looking people do shows, and those shows bomb. Why do you think people watch him? Because they want to learn. And they're not getting the information anywhere else. This tells me that people really want to do better. They're interested in health. It's a health show, for heaven's sake. Talking about kidneys, digestive systems, heart system, cardiovascular system, medical stuff, but he does it in an interesting way. And it's edutainment. And that's why that's part of why he's successful. It's the audience. It's the audience. They want that information. They're seeking it. And they're not getting it anyplace else of any significance, and that's why he's so successful. That's in part of why he's successful. Plus his talent, plus his show's well produced. And generally speaking, I think on the whole, he does a great job. These 10 doctors that want him ostracized from Columbia, when you're at it, why don't you build a stake on Broadway and burn them alive while you're at it, for heaven's sake? Because that's what you're trying to do, burn down his reputation. Again, I'm not defending him, and he doesn't need my defense. But it's important for people to have access to Dr. Oz. There's many people, probably the lion's share of my audience, watches Dr. Oz. And believe me, if I thought he was a goofball or quack, I would say something about it. And you should read his letter, his open letter. It's on time.com. It's long. I can't even, I was quoting some of it. He says, I've spent my entire career searching for ways to lessen the suffering of my patients. The best and safest paths have generally been the traditions of conventional medicine. They are tried and true, well-funded, and fast. But there are other routes to healing that offer wisdom as well. So I have been willing to explore alternative routes to healing and share any wisdom that can be gathered. I try to do the same thing on this show. I have done this throughout my career as a surgeon, professor, author, and of late as a talk show host. Despite being criticized, I want to continue exploring for myself and my audience why. In other words, he's a traditionally trained physician who's looking to other paradigms, other ways of healing, other ways of thinking about medicine, wellness, and well-being, and how all that should be practiced. What is wrong with that? Now, I think he needs to be sometimes careful about saying magic in a bottle, which got him into some trouble. He goes on to say, because in some instances, I believe unconventional approaches appear to work in some people's lives. I agree with him. They are often based on long-standing traditions from different cultures that visualize the healing process in very different ways from our Western traditions. I have said that 1,000,000 times on this show. He continues, they are aimed at chronic conditions like lack of energy, fogginess, or moodiness, which are frequently overlooked or undertreated by conventional practitioners. That's one of the reasons why people are watching him, because they're not, these everyday kinds of concerns are not being satisfied, apparently. And so he comes along and offers some ways that, in addition to traditional medicine, are alternative ways to help. And people are intrigued with it. He says, he continues, these ways are often inexpensive. And he goes on to talk about it. Read his open letter. It's on time.com. You'll find it. It's pretty compelling. Again, I don't know him. I never met him. I'll probably never meet him. But in fairness to him, quite frankly, he makes my job a lot easier and he makes my show a lot better. Why? Because people show up listening to my show and watching it a little better informed because of him. And I appreciate it. Let's go to Venice, not Italy, Florida. Stuart, welcome to the show. How long did it take for people drinking sugary drinks to have cardiovascular risk factors? 2 weeks, 4 weeks, or 6 weeks?
2 weeks.
Yeah, congratulations. You want a $25 supplement gift card, Stuart?
Thank you.
Thank you. It is what it is. I like Dr. Oz. Like he said, he's not going anywhere. And I don't think he's going anywhere anytime soon. And I hope he doesn't. Before Dr. Oz, you tell me who was on TV that was informing people about health, wellness, and well-being from conventional medicine perspective and from alternative perspectives. Who was that person that had that much success and that much influence and did it with integrity? Yeah. Meanwhile, have a wonderful weekend. Remember, your health is your wealth, and your health is the wealth of those that care about and love you.
Did you know that doctors recommend